I'm sorry guys, I had to lower my voice because the walls are really thin, so I don't want him to hear what I'm saying, and he understands English. You guys, I'm fuming. I'm so pissed, and I'm going to tell you guys why in a second. But the first thing I'm going to start with is some advice. If you can avoid living with people that you don't know, that you've never met from Adam before, don't do it. If you can find an alternative, please find one. Because living with people you don't know from, you're going to be exposed to animalistic behavior that you've never seen in your life. Especially if you're somebody with home training like me. Because my mother raised me right. But apparently, it's not the same in everybody's household. So let me get straight into it. I live in a house with a boy and a girl. Alright, and I'm going to explain to you why I ended up in this living situation in the first place. I'll give you guys context later. Let me dive straight into exactly what happened yesterday night at E DEY HOT, because right now it's Monday afternoon. I couldn't go to class this morning because I had to sleep by 4 a.m. So let me tell you guys why. Me and my female housemates, we went into the kitchen to get dinner, and as we're coming out of the kitchen into the hallways to go to her room, we hear footsteps, but like running footsteps behind me, right? Why is this nigga running in the house? I look back and this nigga standing right behind me. Like, I'm not even joking. So at first, I thought I was crazy until she was like, why are you chasing Jessica? Like, why are you running behind her? So I'm like, nigga, what's going on? And then he was like, what? What's going on? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Gaslighting, right? That's fucking weird. So I go into the room and I start getting riled up because this nigga has been pissing me off for time, and I didn't say shit. You come from a jungle. Why are you running inside a civilized home to a location that's not even 10 meters away from your room? Why do you see people in the hallway and decide to stand right behind me? Do you not know what courtesy is? Do you not know how to live with people? Are you okay? You get that kind of thing. I was really asking myself questions. I get pissed in the room. So I'm raising my voice. I'm like, I don't know how they train you where you're from, but that's not how we do things over here. Like, what your mommy and daddy teach you, like, in your country, is how they do things. Like, as this nigga heard me telling him to go back to his country, like, I'm Nigerian for God's sake. I have no business here in France. Why would I say that? Yeah, so as I was saying, he was in the bathroom, which shares the wall with the room I was in, which is her room. This nigga was talking shit, like talking at me through the walls, and he was like, yeah, I hope you can hear me. But then I opened the door and I'm like, what are you saying? And then he started kind of saying that the only reason why I was attacking him was because it was him, that he hadn't done anything to deserve the treatment. As the bad bitch that I am with all my receipts, this nigga will piss on the toilet, no aim, nothing, piss all over the toilet seat. For the first few weeks I spent in this house with this boy, this nigga would piss with the door open. Like, when I tell you jungle behavior, I actually mean jungle behavior, you know. I'm like, who raised you? Bro, there'll be traces of his shit in the toilet. Fecal matter. This nigga will use my pots, my pans, leave oil all over it. All over my pants. At some point, I texted him. I messaged him, I'm like, you're not a small boy, you know exactly what you're doing. Like, you're living with people, for Christ's sake. Like, why do I need to explain this to you? He didn't answer me, right? This nigga was filthy on a steady. He was like, he was trying to prove if he could be filthier each time. I sent him another message on WhatsApp and he didn't deliver. So I was like, oh, so this boy has blocked me, yeah? We have a house group chat. So I sent it there. He left the group chat. So for him to come and be telling me, I don't know why you like me, tell me what the problem is, why you don't like me, tell me what the problem is. I started listing all the things that I had communicated to him, but what did this nigga do? He blocked me. He blocked me. So when he blocked me on WhatsApp, I blocked him in real life too. I stopped speaking to this nigga. I'll come back from school, see him in the parlor, straight to my room. I'm paying rent from my room and for the common areas, not to be fraternizing with anybody. I made that clear to him. You're not my brother, you're nobody to me. I don't have to say anything to you. I don't owe you nothing. I'm paying my rent for the spaces I'm using, not for the people I'm meeting in this house. So you're gonna respect that. I don't owe you I don't owe you nothing. I owe you respect, but since you couldn't give that to me, since you're a dirty pig, I don't owe you that either. Gaslighting, starts lying, starts talking rubbish. Yeah. So where shit started getting heated. Like I said, I was ignoring this boy for time. I wasn't talking to the boy. I made sure that I made it clear that we are not friends. Tell me why. I'm alone in the kitchen, I'm doing the dishes just quickly so I can leave. This nigga comes up to me, yeah, for the past few weeks we've not been talking to each other in the house. Why have you been avoiding me? I don't know what you want me to tell you. He says, can I talk to you? No, honestly, no. I don't want to talk to you. No. I clearly said, no, I don't want to talk to you. Tell me why this boy comes even closer to me, leans on the kitchen counter and is looking at me and is going, why? Why don't you want to talk to me? Why aren't you nice to me? Why? I said, I just told you I don't want to talk to you. What are you not understanding? Is it Chinese I'm speaking? So for him to leave me, I said, okay, we can talk when the other housemate comes back. Just so you leave me alone. That was the only thing that got this nigga to leave me alone. I brought that up yesterday night. I said, in case you don't know, like, you're harassing me because I told you to leave me alone and you're not leaving me alone. You blocked me on WhatsApp, so why are you even trying to do all of this in real life? What? At this point, I'm raising my voice because I'm pissed as hell because this boy goes out of his way to irritate me, goes out of his way to play dumb as if he's not a dirty pig, an intrusive person that's always trying to come in where nobody called him, a person that despite showing him that you do not want anything to have to do with him is always trying to insert himself into my space. I'm pissed, so I'm raising my voice. I kind of go into the room, but the door's still open. He's coming into the room and he's saying, never in your life talk to me like that. I'm like, oh, what? What are you gonna do about it? At this point, he's trespassing because he's inside a room that doesn't belong to him. So I'm like, get out of the room. And when I tell you, and this nigga, he's not tall, he's not buff, nothing. He's not even fat, zero. So when he was squaring up to me, he was like, never in your life talk to me like that. I was trying so hard not to laugh, and I was on a phone call with someone. So I was like, David, look at this boy. I don't know why he's coming close to me, but why he's coming close to me? And at this point, my other housemate, she's really trying to calm things down. She's trying her best. I'm like, get out of the room. Why are you inside the room? So the girl's like, leave my room. So when I really had to kick this boy out, so I use the door to push him out of the room. To tell you, he was like, I don't want to have to fight you. I don't want to have to fight you. I will call the police. Call the police that words that you're a dirty pig. I was so angry. My heart was beating painfully. Like I was unable to catch my breath. It was so bad. So my housemate, the girl, she locked me inside the room. Then she went outside to kind of speak to him, and she told him his fact. And this is not because I'm friends with Jessica, but nothing she said here was out of order. You are dirty. We have videos of your dirt that you leave around the house constantly, And he started gaslighting, talking shit. That's we too. We used to leave the house dirty when, girl, I don't roll like that. So I don't know what you're talking about. Stop capping. Making up lies to kind of buttress whatever stupid point he was making. He said the first time I ever texted him I was rude. I brought out the text. The first time I ever texted him, I said, bonjour, Brandon. This message I sent to you, you didn't answer me. Second one I sent to you, you didn't answer me, you blocked me. So I don't even know what you're chatting about. My roommate was trying to explain things to him, trying to tell him that there was no logic in the thing he was saying. Tell me why out of nowhere in the conversation, this boy says to me, t'es grosse, va faire du sport. I'm fat, I should hit the gym. What did you say? And then he tried to gaslight again. He was like, yeah, I was talking about how big my phone is. When I tell you that, I'm frustrated. Why did you say that? What does my physique have to do with anything about the fact that you are a dirty pig? He was like, yeah, I'm allowed to say whatever I want. How old are you again? I'm 19. This boy is a good 26. A possible father of 2 right there. Alright? I don't think there was anybody figure in your life that taught you how to talk, how to live with people, courtesy, all of that, because there's absolutely no logic in the way that you are and the things that you say. It's just embarrassing at this point for you. This nigga literally says that, yes, I would try to speak to her on purpose just to get her annoyed, just get her riled up. And for me, that was just the height of it. That was, oh, so you know you're crazy. Like, so you know. Other times when I told him, yeah, like, don't be leaving my shit dirty, he's like, oh yeah, I know I be leaving them dirty. Like, I had to ask him, like, are you going through anything? Like, do you have a condition that we should be aware about? Because I'm actually trying to understand why this boy is the way he is. Why are you the way that you are? Because this what you're displaying right now, it can't be on purpose. There has to be some other explanation, because you cannot be doing this on purpose. I chop insults, I chop square up, I chop threads. I don't want to have to fight you. Now, let me give you guys context as to why I'm even in this living situation. The place I was living in before, I was in a room of 6, so 2 bathrooms, no kitchen. So in terms of studying, etc., and it was an urgent thing. Like, that was the first thing we found when I was coming to France. I just had to deal with it, right? Like, people being dirty, filthy, sharing such a small space with that amount of people was just impossible to live in, right? So after a year, I told my parents, listen, I'm not doing this. So I was on holidays outside of France when I found this place. And thinking about it now, it's a bit risky what I did, because I paid and everything without even coming to see the place. And I just realized there's actually a lot of scammers on the housing market. But anyways, that's how desperate I was. And when I saw colocation mixed, because I'd been seeing a lot of offers that were like, yeah, like from 18 to 26. I thought it was the age range that was like different or something. Like, I hadn't really encountered that term before. It's when I came here that I saw, oh, there was a guy. And I spent most of my time back at Ekla, because now that I didn't live there anymore, I would go like it was still summer, so I was living the best summer of my life. I wasn't really dealing with all of this shit. So when my housemates would text me, be like, oh my god, this guy is talking to me like I'm his maid, this guy is making me serve him water, I'm like, are you okay? Like, why are you letting him talk to you like that? Like, you do realize you guys are paying the same rent? Yeah, I didn't have to live all of that. I didn't really know who his type of person was until when I had to come back, because exams and stuff, and I can't really afford to be seeing my friends all the time. So I've been in the house for an extended period of time, and I got to see hellfire. So like, all this to tell you that if you hear that, now let me not say what I want to say, but I'm actually a bit scared. Like, I don't want him to, like, because at this point, because he's found somebody to match his craze, and obviously like he probably feels powerless because I'm friends with the other girl. I swear today when I was coming out of the bathroom, I covered my face because I don't want anybody to be standing outside of the bathroom holding acid to pour on my face, because that would just be tragic, like, you know. But yeah, that's my life right now. I'm living with an animal. If anybody's in the Paris region and has because me and my girl, we're trying to move out together. Revert the amount if you guys have any housing that would take 2 people for 1K, because we're on a budget of 500. Or if you have anything of 500 just for me around Paris, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I'm actually done. I don't know how things will progress in the next coming days. I'm going to go back to ignoring him as I was the entire time. I decided that my comeback to YouTube was going to be one that was really going to take you guys along in my life, because sometimes I don't be understanding how this life thing works. Like, what am I supposed to do, right? So I just want to show you guys that crazy things are happening. But yeah, stay safe anyways. I hope you have a nice day. Oh, well, bye.